Colours and Forgiveness. Episode 7. The story so far. Lucy, a young woman, has been plagued by a strange cloud of colour. Like a mist, it follows her around. The colours appeared without reason and won't go away. Stumbling across an isolated croft on a trip to the mystical Isle of Iona, she meets an old man who can see her colours. Furthermore, he tells her they're something to do with her past and that she must forgive. She ignores his advice and returns home, seeking therapy to help her get rid of this disturbing phenomenon. It doesn't work, the colours remain, and her partner Tom, unable to cope with what he calls her madness, leaves. The breadstick slid gracefully onto the supermarket floor. Lucy sighed. She was having to be careful with money since Tom had left. Running the house alone took most of her income. She knew she should sell it, but she still hoped Tom would return. The sound of the till peeps stopped. Lucy looked up to see the checkout assistant raising her eyebrows. She wanted to replace it, but she looked at the girl to assess her empathy. A flare of colour burst out of the girl's head. "Oh my God," Lucy muttered. "It's not that bad," said the face, now surrounded in orange mist. Lucy swallowed and tried to quell the rising panic. "No, I suppose not," she said. "It's okay, I'll wash it when I get home." She heard a shuffle of irritated feet behind at this conversational delay. The orange colour lightened a fraction. This was incredible, Lucy thought. She could see the colours of the checkout assistant, and this wasn't like playing with her phone. It was getting worse. She looked down the queue. Oh no, some of the heads were surrounded in clouds of colour. She breathed deeply and looked again. Their faces were fading. She felt dizzy. What was happening? The voice of the girl brought her back. "Are you okay?" "It's okay, really. Just go and choose another one." The feet behind a little scuffle, almost a dance. Lucy brushed gently past, not meeting irritated eyes, and grabbed a fresh baguette. "Wasteful," she heard the irritated customer in waiting mutter. "Thank you," said Lucy to the empathetic girl, and paying swiftly, made her escape. Later that evening, she reflected on this terrifying development. All the way home she could see colours and this strange fading of others' bodies and faces. According to the old man Fiddle, colours meant unresolved baggage as far as she could understand. She wondered what on earth she was seeing. "I hope you resolve your suffering," she whispered to them all. How was she going to live like this? She couldn't talk to Mum. She'd died, and Lucy felt the immense grief rise again. And the other thing. She picked up her book, feeling trapped. No one would ever understand. They would lock her up, and she would live in a strange world of faded people and clouds of colour. She felt her breath coming in gasps and her heart jumping about in her chest. Maybe she would just die here then, and it would all be over. The colours, the money, and missing Tom. A bookmark fluttered to the floor. Watching its descent, Lucy looked at it. Her heart slowed a little as she focused on the illustration. It was from Iona, a beautiful sketch of an island sheep. Lucy remembered the air, the sky, the feeling of lightness this beautiful isle had brought. She remembered Tom's impatience too, but most of all she realised the only person who knew how she felt was there, Vedel, recalling his lined face and eyes so wise and kind, so blue. She made a decision. She had to go back, ask for his help, finish this thing. She picked up her laptop and typed Iona. To be continued.